What a night we expect it to be. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
Time for our tale of the tape. Up first is Spaceman from the United States of America. We're coming up against the Barbarian.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red.
All the talking has... And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Nice counter shot. Catch and shoot. The straight right just misses. How about that time counter shot? The jab not finding its target. Those counter punches have to hurt. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He misses with that straight left. Hook misses. Good counter punch. These two lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs... There's the bell for round 2. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's a counter shot. A lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The courage on display here is incredible. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They block that jab. That hook doesn't score. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss with that jab. Nice exchange here from both men. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. we know you've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
So they don't get complacent. You think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they...
On to the third. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The jab doesn't quite connect. Beautiful counter punch. And they figure out the combination to this safe.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Well done with that counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Straight right just misses. Beautiful counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging could be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the tournament's got to sort of work.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use pain over brain.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Punch lands. That jab gets blocked. Counter punching. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
Get your boxing back.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make you fight your fight. hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tear. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Perfect counter shot. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. That counter punch caught him clean. That counter shot lands. What we are seeing. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Every time they throw a shot, this round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Point, you gotta believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
Well, sometimes it can be the sweet.
Let him get back in.
There's the bell to start round 6. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's gonna try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Perfect counter lands. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both want a knockout, you can tell. No rest for the weary. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Time they drop their guard, they get caught. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
And win the round.
Here we go, it's round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Counter punch right up the middle. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. And you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good?
And we enter the 8th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They exchange punches. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little favour and pickpocket them.
Punch, counter punch. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter punch. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. You'd like to see more jabs. They both want the knockout. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. How about that, Johnny? You don't hear those kind of scorecards very often. I'm a